Uh, what do you think the significance of Voodoo Fest is compared to other festivals that are around the area, Jazz Fest, Essence Fest, and other ones that go on?
Um, well, Jazz Fest is primarily, or it started primarily as a New Orleans music festival. In fact, it's the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. Voodoo Fest was primarily started to attract major rock acts, which traditionally don't come to New Orleans. It's not a major rock market. And the inclusion of New Orleans music happened from the beginning, but more even as it's grown. So it's a different angle. It seeks to include New Orleans into national acts, and whereas Jazz Fest seeks to include national acts into New Orleans bands.
Tell me about your Rollin' Road show, the concept, and what's behind it.
The concept is that it's not a regular band. I had already done that, and that was fun, but I wanted to do something different. And I have so many people whose work I admire, some friends, and New Orleans is a city full of musicians, and while somebody might be working, somebody else probably isn't. So I have 3 or 4 drummers I can call, 3 or 4 guitar players, bass players, horn players, and it keeps it really fresh. We make sure that we play everybody else's songs. You know, we do songs off of Alex McMurray's CD, we do songs off of Shamar Allen's CD, Glenn Andrews' CD, Sonia Tetlow's CD. So I think that keeps the band members really excited because they're doing their own material. I think it keeps the show fresh because there's all those different energy and styles. And to me, it's like the old-time rock and roll variety shows. You know, it keeps the audience interested because it's different.
Okay, I think you answered my next question, was how do you guys come up with a playlist when all of y'all have such extensive catalogs, but I think you covered that just now. What are you currently working on?
Well, I'm still working on selling Exit to Mystery Street to pay back the people who put up the money. It's a great record, and I had just some things, you know, everybody in Louisiana has things that they're going through since the hurricanes now. So still getting on track in life, and so that's the primary goal is to make that. But you know, my first solo CD was called Jet Black and Jealous, and that was in '92. And just recently a country band, a young band from Texas, the Eli Young Band, got signed to Universal in Nashville, and someone rewrote the song, but included me in the credits and in the monies, and then it wound up getting selected as the title cut for their debut release as Universal's, you know, new young band. And so I have not gotten around to making another record that was like Jet Black and Jealous, which was all acoustic, and it turns out the guy who owns the publishing company who rewrote the song was a fan of that record because it was just acoustic guitar and voice. So I thought maybe this time, since I made a big record with Exit to Mystery Street, I'll make a little record.
Exit to Mystery Street and your other records that you've put out, where would be the best place to go get those?
Louisiana Music Factory. If you're a fan of Louisiana music, then you should go to Louisiana Music Factory. Online, iTunes, you know, they're downloadable. My catalog is, and then I know John Boutte is the other project that I'm working on, and I spoke to him today, and he just learned how to do it, and he signed up and should be online soon himself.
And at our radio station, Home's really taken off. DJs like it, so it's getting a lot of play. And Home, pretty much the song tells you what it's about. But what was your process in having to write Home after Katrina?
Oh my God, it was no process, man. It was sitting in the tour bus, trying to get away from the news, and I tried to call the guy who had my hard drives on a record I was making, and his studio had flooded down St. Bernard, and he couldn't get back to me. And I left him a message saying, "Hey, Mike, I know it's hard in St. Bernard, but can you get back to me?" What is that? Oh, thanks. And I said, "Hey, Mike, I know it's hard in St. Bernard, but can you get back to me?" And I hung up the phone, and I started thinking it's hard in St. Bernard, and started singing it. But it was thinking about my friends. It was a cry of pain. It was no process. It was a cry of pain. You know, it still is for a lot of folks when they hear it. I think that's probably why people are connecting with it right now in your part of the country. You know, you pretty much relived it down there with Ike and Gustav, for that matter. So yeah, we're doing it today, and you know, Glenn David Andrews is sitting in on trombone, and he was displaced for 2.5 years. Just got an apartment, got out of a trailer, And so he sings it with great passion. So I think it resonates for people because it was real, you know.
That's all I got.